Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. I did these paintings a few days ago as part of the World Watercolor Month Challenge, and I was playing with this pen called the Pentel Sparkle Pop pen, and I actually intended to use a fountain pen to do some sketching, and then I was going to pull it into the watercolor, and then I grabbed this pen by mistake, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to give it a try and see how it works. And that's what I did these two with, or at least started them with. And this pen is a little bit of, it says black with red glitter, but it actually diffuses out to purple. And I had so much fun doing the arch prompt that I used it for spiral. And then I thought, you know what? I had so many people curious about this technique that I thought I would do a tutorial with it. So that's what we're going to do today. And we are going to do the prompt fiber. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to do a some sheep. Probably, I don't know if I'll do 4. I'm thinking 3 might be good, but we'll see. We'll see how it comes out. And so I found that photo on Unsplash, and I'm just going to put my little eraser back here to prop it up, or not eraser, what do you call it, roll of tape. And we're going to start by sketching in with the pen. If you want to do a sketch in with pencil, that's totally fine. Yeah, do whatever you want to do. That is one, I'm going to try to keep it really simple because I have a feeling that I could get kind of overwhelmed here. So I'm going to start with the darkest areas. So that's what I do when I'm doing this technique, is I will start with the dark, and I'm going to go in here and do the nose and mouth area, and then it's kind of dark underneath. So I'm kind of just doing like shading with it. Then we've got, let's see, the eye is actually quite a bit higher than what I would have expected. And then the ears are right behind the eye. So when I'm doing this, so I'm not starting with a pencil sketch, then I do just try to find landmarks as I'm going. That doesn't look very sheepy to me, but I'm hoping that by the time I get the body in, it'll look a little bit more sheepy. And then the ears are quite dark, so I'd want to go in and get that pretty dark. So it's kind of like the same idea of like using an elegant writer pen, you know? These are going to be some highly stylized sheep. Oh my. Oh, I don't think anyone's going to be hiring me to draw portraits of their sheep anytime soon, but the thing I love about World Watercolor Month is that almost looks like there's another sheep there. It's interesting. The thing that I love about World Watercolor Month is that, or any sort of daily challenge, is that you get another chance each day to try I bet this sheep is pregnant. To try again, you know? Oops, well, no, I didn't know this front legs will be out. I don't even know whose legs belong to who, but that's all right. And then I think I'll do that one and that one maybe. Yeah, I think that would balance out a little bit better. Maybe I'll make this one, because they're all lined up. I don't like the lined up. I think I'll have this one up just a touch higher. That's a nice thing about art, is that you can, that might be a little too high, but you can decide how you want to change the art to suit you. If I have this one up higher a little bit, then I can also have it like closer to the viewer. That is way too high for the nose. Oh gosh. Maybe she's got her nose stuck up in the air. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll make her nose a little bit high in the air. Kind of looks like Yoda a little bit. I'm showing these the technique. This might be a little rough. This is such an unusual style for me. I think it's sometimes you start using use a different different product, a different supply, and then it just kind of makes you work a little differently. And I love that. I love it when supplies do that. This kind of looks like a pear. Just remember, wherever you have a lot of ink, that's where you're going to have really dark. You're going to have a lot of paint. It's going to make a lot of paint. The other leg you can't really see. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. If I can't see, I'm not going to draw it. That does look super awkward. We're going to have to put some grass in there. And then we got this little guy back here. We're going to make him smaller. They look so unimpressed, don't they? They're like, what do you want? They're probably like, it's hot. We're ready for a shearing. Look at that face. He's like, eh. You again? Sheeps with attitude. I love it. It's kind of, I don't know, I love it that, you know, sometimes you just grab a supply and you're like, I don't know exactly how this is going to come out. It's like they're saying, ugh, look at those horses acting foolish, or I don't know, judgmental sheep. These sheep are judging you. Look at these sheep judging you. Okay, we got sheep. That's kind of cute. Not bad. I don't need to spend that much time. We're going to put in some of the texture of the fur, the wool, the fibery wool. That's what I was thinking, fiber, because like yarn, you know, yarn fibers. And I was gonna do a ball of yarn, and I was like, why don't I do a sheep? That'd be really fun to draw. I feel like that should be lower. Now a lot of these lines will be really softened and washed away, so think of it like you're doing a graphite sketch and you're just trying to get the black and white, basically the black and white. This face, man, it's cracking me up. And I also look for edges, so like if this edge is going to be white on that, I would like the edge over here to be dark. All right, so now what I do is I grab a brush and I start to add some water. Actually, I like a golden taklon, like my my number 8 round from Craft Ammo, but any golden taklon brush. You don't have to buy that one. Get whatever you like. I think I'll start. I actually think I'll start over here. Isn't that fun? And then like in the sun, you'll see the you'll see a glimmer of metallic. I don't want to have the color flood out, then I just won't touch the line. But it's kind of hard to have that not feather out. And you can also add other colors to it. I did a painting, it was on a live stream a few years ago, where we did sheep, and I had rainbow sheep. I think I sold the painting, but the live stream's still up on YouTube. And clean my brush off. You got to clean the brush frequently, so you don't get too much color where you don't want it, you know, because you'll get a buildup of color on your brush. Maybe I'm thinking, what color do I want to do on that guy? Maybe a little bit of yellow. I grabbed my DIY granulating palette, and I did a video on this as a blog post too. I think the blog post is actually better because I list out the pigments. but this is nickel titanate yellow here, which is a granulating yellow. So I went through, this was back when like there was a huge, the trend was starting on the granulating watercolors, and I'm like, well, man, we all have so many paints, right? What if we just look through what we have and see if we can find colors that would granulate and be suitable? And so that's what I did. I went through my stash and I figured out what colors were going to granulate, and a lot of them are probably pigments you already have. So if you're curious about that, you can find that blog post. Block my brush off there. I want to lift off some light areas. You got to be careful with yellow and purple together because they will make brown. Now I'm going to skip over to this guy. I'm trying to think. I think I'm going to do her with some pinks. So I'm going to start over here. Ooh, let's clean that brush a little bit better, shall we? This one I think I'll do with some blue. So this pen is like about $3. It's by Pentel. It's called Sparkle Pop, and it's the black red. And Blick has them open stock. Probably, I mean, I don't know where this came from, to be honest. I do not know how I came to possess this pen. It was on my desk. So I don't know if like one of the girls found it, thought it was mine, and left it on my desk. So it might belong to one of them, or it came in a subscription box many years ago. I have no idea. I don't even know how old this pen is. But it was super smooth writing with it. So it could be just, it was just like an office supply. But Blick does carry it, so. They also come in multi-packs, but I don't know if the other colors would be dark enough to get a really good value range. And they're all like a certain color, and then they have like a contrasting sparkly color. So I think for my blue, I'm going to use... ooh, actually, maybe I'll use a little bit of this lavender. That would be really pretty. That might be a little strong, but... You can also drop in some gouache if you want to. Put that on my palette. I don't want to waste all that paint, but I got way too much. But I think when you have techniques like this where you are kind of letting the paint do its thing, that's a really fun time to pull in the interesting granulating colors, because then you can kind of let them show their stuff. Maybe I do want a little bit of a purple, more aggressive color there. Maybe I'll take some, I think it's ultramarine purple here on my palette. A little bit darker. I don't know if I like the granulating color to have a lot of granulators with this now that I'm experimenting with it, because they tend to be a little bit more opaque and thicker, so I'm not sure. Oh, that got really dark. I think I need to lift some up. I'm going to grab a paper towel though, because paper towels are a little bit more absorbent than a t-shirt. And that's what I do when t-shirts get too grimy, then I will cut them up and use them as rags, because they're not good enough to donate. When I'm done with a t-shirt, it's generally not in great shape. Just lifting up a little bit to sculpt the shapes a little bit. Something else I like to do with this is to do a little spraying. And I'm going to grab my little mister bottle. And it doesn't have to be a continuous mist bottle. It can be just like a regular spray bottle. And what I'll do is I'll just kind of, I'll grab a paper towel here, so, and I'm just going to spray the bottom. Just let the color kind of run. I have the paper towel because I'm in my sketchbook, and that will help it from bleeding onto other pages. It's nice to have a good quality paper for this too, like a cotton. This is Hanamula cotton paper. It's the Cezanne line. I don't think they make the Cezanne anymore. They have the collection watercolor paper now. I think I'm going to go with just a regular green. I'm going to do some phthalo green. Going to mix it with some Indian yellow. Ooh, that might be a little too vibrant. I feel like I should put something under there. Put another piece of watercolor paper on there. Maybe we'll end up with some happy accidents. Let's go in with some of that nickel titanate yellow that we used earlier. Maybe I'll grab a granulating green, like a cobalt green. I feel like I'm losing a lot of the light. I want to do a pink on the center one. Well, I don't know how bright I want. I do want it kind of bright, but I'm going to start off just by adding some water into the ink. I would just do this in a sketchbook because I do not know if the ink is light fast or not. And that's another fun thing about sketchbook work, is that you don't really have to worry as much about light fastness. Chances are you're not going to be trying to sell your sketchbook work. So if you are, you'd probably just be doing prints. Maybe I want to do like a Mars Violet or a Potter's Pink. I think I'll take some Mars Violet and some magenta. Because that's quite opaque. I don't think I like how opaque that is on its own. Let's grab some magenta. I got the head kind of high. I'm going to lift out some areas because I've lost a lot of my light. It's kind of a push and pull type process where you might get a little too much in, you need to wipe some out. Once you've washed out the ink, it does tend to stain. And I'm not crazy about the shape of this one, so I might need to go in and refine a bit. And I find with this technique, I tend to like to let it dry and then come back, look at it, and decide what else I want to do. I think for the texture, I think if I dabbed in water and got some kind of backgrounds, that would look good. with that cottony effect. You could also drop in white gouache. I'm hoping I didn't wait too long to do that. Oh, I think I'm starting to get a little bit of the effect here. You can really see it on the middle one. I might be too late for this one over here, but we'll give it a try. Maybe some more color in the ground. I think I want to do maybe like a... Ooh, that blue is strong. Mix it a little bit of green. I think I would like to do a little bit more dripping of color there on the bottom. And some of the negative space. Get some shadows under these guys, actually. These guys. Guess it'd probably be gals, because they don't have horns. Yeah, I should have kept that a little bit more localized, but that's alright. Where's our spray bottle? Nothing a little spray won't fix. Grab some more of that yellow. Do I want any bit of blue in the sky, maybe? I think if I would just kind of pre-wet an area and then drip it in, maybe. And maybe I'm getting too ahead of myself. I might be getting too much going on here, but that's kind of, I think that's kind of how it goes. You just kind of play around with it and figure out what you like the looks of. It's a pretty blue. You know, we'll see what we think. We haven't spent that much time on it, so if we do end up having to start again, I don't think it's the end of the world. I like some of that purple getting into the sky. All right. What do I think about that? I think I've lost a lot of the design, but I'm going to let this dry, and then I think when I come back, I'll go in with a pen and try to bring the legs back a little bit. It's all dry, and I lost a lot here. So what I think I'm going to do is just go in with an Inktense block and try to bring back my lights. So got the little legs here. Now when I add water to this though, it's going to be really really opaque, so I just want to make sure I don't overdo it. I feel like I got the shape of that head a little bit wrong, so maybe I can rearrange it. Only way to know is to try. Chin, nose. I thought about just using some gouache or bleed proof white, but I thought, you know what? think it'd be fun just to draw in. All right, so we've got these are kind of knobbly. And I really like the way the little yellow guy looks, so maybe just a little bit on his legs, a little bit on his bum. Well, let's see. Let's see how that does. I think I want to use a little bit stiffer of a brush and some nice clean water. We'll see how this goes. Oh, I feel like it's really, well, I can't really judge how opaque it's going to be until it dries, because that is not liquefying like I thought it would. Maybe I will go to this brush here. Oh, I'm wishing I took the gouache now. We'll see though, we'll see it through. We'll see it through, we won't. We'll see it through, or I'll decide that, oh no, we gotta start over. I don't know if I'm going to start this over, just because it's World Watercolor Month and a lot of stuff to do. I can kind of see that we're getting somewhere. I think I need like an all media brush, something that's a little bit stiffer, but not as stiff as the flat I was trying to use. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wet my brush, and I'm actually going to pick up the paint right from the stick. I actually break up these. I put them in my travel palette, and I bring that as a gouache because it's very easy to deal with. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy the effects that I'm getting here, but oh well. Sometimes things work and sometimes they don't, and sometimes you just need to let it dry and to see how it really is going to look. I feel like this face is a little too wide. I also kind of feel like I'm ruining it right now. Alright, I'm just going to dry this because I can't tell how opaque it's going to be, and I've got my bleed proof white that I can use. And I might just go back in with a pen. Actually, I don't know, it's probably not that bad. I really like that guy. These guys, though, are looking a little suspicious. I like the granulation that I've got in there. There's stuff to like. There's stuff to like, and there's stuff that I'm not that crazy about. That happens sometimes. And I think when you do an art challenge, you learn more about your supplies, and you learn what works and what doesn't, and you get another chance the next day, so there's really no point in fretting about it or worrying about it. I also think that maybe I should have created this and not tried to explain as I was going, because then it might have been it might have come through a little bit easier. Alright. I don't like that white, but I'm gonna keep pushing ahead. I'm not going to freak out about it. So one of the challenges when you have to correct something and things are very wrong, it can be very hard to do that because you're constantly seeing what's wrong with it, right? So I'm just going to try to ignore everything that's wrong with it and fix it, basically. Now the eyes are too low, so I'm hoping that maybe I can somehow fix this guy. It's not going to be perfect. I know it's not going to be perfect, but perfection sailed. That ship sailed a long time ago. I'm also thinking maybe if I can get some of that texture in here, and get some of that shadow, I might be able to get the legs straightened out, because right now the legs are not, I don't even have the knees in the right place. What was I doing here? Oh, I kind of like those. Those are cute. Those little knees are cute. Knobby little knees. I love them. Okay, that's a little bit better. Alright. I'm gonna lose the granulation on the chest, I think, by doing this, but I've gotta get something. Gotta get something right here. Alright, I like him. I don't really want to do much to him, but I feel like I'm gonna have to do something to him so that he will blend with the rest of the crew here. I'm kind of regretting the white, but we'll make it work. Or we won't. Either way, it's just art. We don't need to like freak out about it. Alright, let's look at his face, her face, his face. I'm not sure. I keep getting that might be a little bit better. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Alright, let's get some shadow in there. These might not be recognizable as sheep when we're done. Who knows? I don't know. But hopefully I can get kind of back to the effortless feeling when I go and I put the water to this pen ink. I love the knobbly knees. I like that. So I want to enhance that. I want to make that be a thing, be a statement, I guess. All right, let's try adding a little bit of water and let's see what we get. All right, I'm gonna go back to my watercolor brush, nice and juicy. Let's start over here. Fail fast if we're gonna fail. My favorite little sheep. Oh, I like that. Okay. That's not scary. I like how that looks. All right, now we're going to go reconstructing the face over here. I think we're getting somewhere. I don't want to do too much because I like seeing some of that granulation. And I like having that texture of the fur, of the wool. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. I think maybe I'll grab in a little bit of that. What do we use? We used a little color in there maybe. We used a little magenta, didn't we? Thin out the face a little bit. Oh, I think that helped. Maybe soften the edge. This, I don't feel like I'm getting the same vibes as the pieces I was trying to emulate. But maybe it's a concentration thing. You know? I bet it is. I'm a better painter when I'm not trying to talk. In general. I don't know, maybe not always, but... Okay, I like that better. All right, I like that better. So now what I think I will do is actually go to the bleed proof white, because the Inktense was not really really working the way I wanted it to. So I'm not blaming the Inktense's fault. I'm not saying it's Inktense's fault, but it's definitely was not working the way I wanted it to. So I've got some right here in the cap. Got like a number 4 round, I guess. And I'm going to go in and put in some highlights. You know what, let's give it a quick dry because that might be a disaster. I'm determined to, I'm going to need a smaller brush. I'm determined to fix this. I think I need a smaller brush. I'm feeling very determined to fix this because I don't have time to do another one. I've got plans to work out with a friend in about an hour, and I don't want to be painting all night. I mean, hey, love to be painting all night, but I've been painting and cleaning all day, so gotta have some balance. All right, so I've got to indicate where the eye is. That's a little bit better. There's some well-fed sheep, I would say. Sloppy. I'm just going to paint around that ear. It's so off that I can't even like see anything else. bring in some of the blue from the sky or something. Ooh. Probably should have waited for that to dry, but I just like, oh my gosh, I just want to fix it, you know? I just want to fix it. Now I'm going to soften some areas, I think. Yeah, that's a little bit better. A little bit of texture here. So now we're just kind of, well, it's not really negative painting, but we're, I don't know, we're bringing back some structure because we lost so much structure. This should be, honestly, in my ideal fantasy Lindsay painting world, this would have all been white of the paper. But you know, things got out of hand. Crap gets crazy sometimes, man. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, right? Are you gonna give up? Or are you gonna keep on trying? I'm gonna give a little eyelash, a little sparkle. Why not? The nice thing about the bleed-proof white is it should prevent the ink from bleeding up through. I'm just scribbling to get that kind of woolly texture. I don't really feel like I showed you the best use of the Sparkle Pop pens, but or that technique. It is definitely kind of a technique that is a little spontaneous. I want to make sure I get some of this bleed-proof white on this guy over here because otherwise he won't seem to go, you know, he won't seem as if he's part of the same picture, and I don't want that. I want him to coordinate, but I also don't want to lose what I love about him because he's so cute. Yeah, Dr. Peach Martin's Bleed Proof White. This is a great product too. I really am. I've been working on this jar for like 8 years or something. I don't know, a long time, and it's like still almost like just a little under half full. It's such a great. It's such a great product. Now this one has a wider snout here. I like how their noses look like hearts. I feel like it kind of looks like a cow. I feel like those two look like sheep though, so I feel like we're getting there. We're getting there. This is taking a while, but this is not the simple project I thought it would be when I started out today. Man, I just, the shape of the face, for whatever reason, I am really struggling with. I don't know why. I think I have the ears too big and it makes them look like cows. You know? We'll get there. A little more water in there. We'll get there. We always do. Ugh, I don't know. I think I need to switch to a smaller brush. Maybe something like a liner. Then I can scribble a little bit more. And just kind of like hint at edges. A little more water in there. I don't want to drip it on my paper though. This is very opaque, so you can thin it down quite a bit. I like the kind of shape of the muscle there. I kind of feel like maybe there's, I don't know, like I have the wrong, like I'm looking at the wrong sheep's legs or something. It just looks kind of weird. Because it looks like this, he's got another leg right next to it. And maybe he does, but it just kind of looks weird. I don't know. Alright, let's try to get some of that texture, because honestly, I'm getting tired of this painting. And I just need him to fall into line, because the other two are looking alright now, I think. Her, I don't know. Do they only shear female sheep? Do male sheep have horns? Ugh. All right, we're getting there. You know, we probably could be there. We probably could be there. How about a little bit of detail? Just a little scribbly grass, maybe. I like doing that. That's kind of fun. I feel like it should maybe be a little bit darker over here though. Because the color's more desaturated over there. More shadowy maybe. Alright, I also feel like maybe just I need to go in and do something with some color. We're using purples. I got my palette, my granulating colors in front of me. You know, I feel like so many of these paintings just end up being a don't give up. Don't give up, we'll get there. Follow your dreams. If I can do it, you can do it. Honestly, it's true. Oh, maybe that's a little bit better. Dab in some woolly goodness. Blend it into some of the white as needed. Alright, I think I need to set this aside to dry, give my eyes a break, but it might be pretty close to done. So when this is dry, we'll come back and we'll evaluate. Actually, what I started doing is just kind of dabbing with the stamp brush over the white and purple colors and creating a little bit of a woolly texture. And I think that that is going to work pretty well. Yeah. Alright, I just wanted to show you that because I started dabbing because I had too much paint, and then I was like, ooh, that actually is looking much better, and so I thought that would be kind of worthwhile to see. You know what? I think that's good. I think I'm just going to sign my name and leave it like that because I feel like it's very close to being overworked, and I don't want to lose the freshness, and I think that's actually pretty cute. You can let me know what you think in the comments below if you want to try, if you're going to try a technique like that. This is the Pentel Sparkle Pop pen, the black one. I bet other gel pens will work. A lot of pens will work. So if it's a water-based pen, marker, it will probably work similarly. So you can try what you have, and if you want this specific one, that's what it is. An elegant writer would also be fun for this technique. You just have more of like a black, green, pink split instead of the purpley split. The purple red glitter split. You can kind of see the glitter sparkle. I think I need to darken that leg a little bit. I think I'll add some of that color and just kind of pull it down with the paintbrush, because that one should be kind of further back. And then I'll just take the liftover and just kind of dab it in. So it's just one of those things, it's so easy to get overboard, you know? So it's just, when you add something, just be a little cautious because it's so easy to do too much. I'm probably going to do too much right now. Hopefully not. But there you have it. I think it's pretty cute. And it was a lot of fun. Frustrating at times, but for the most part, fun. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoy these real-time videos. Let me know what you want in the comments below. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.